Hello, this is Ryan McDonald at Shea Digital, and this is digital marketing tip number 19, how to use device bid modifiers. All right, so what is a device bid modifier? A device bid modifier is a way to adjust your bid price based on the variable of which device the user is using. As an example, let's say there's typically three types of devices, right? You have your desktop, your mobile devices, your tablets. And let's just say that for one reason or another, our tablets are not converting well on our website. Maybe a device-specific bug, maybe the website doesn't load right on the tablet. Who knows? But for one reason or another, it's not. A device bid modifier would allow you to adjust your bid, but only for tablets. So let's say your normal bid is $1, per click. Typically this is on a per click basis. And you decide to go a minus 50% bid modifier on tablets, right? Because for one reason or another, it doesn't convert. So you don't want to pay the same price. So instead of paying $1 per click, you would pay 50 cents per click. But this doesn't influence your overall bid, only the bid on that specific device, right? So that's how it works. And why is this important? Why are device bid modifiers important? Device bid modifiers are important because the value coming from a desktop device, coming from a mobile device, coming from a tablet is different. The value of the click is different based on device. What do I mean by this? I mean that one of the best and highest level segmentations that you're going to find when it comes to digital marketing is device, desktop, tablet, mobile. And you're going to find that in general, it doesn't matter where the users come from, it doesn't matter the user's age, it doesn't matter what their internet provider is. In general, devices tend to function differently. And there's some intent baked into that, right? But there's also like website loading issues baked into that. There's connections into that. So a user, let's say I'm selling B2B software, I'm gonna guess that a desktop user is more valuable than a mobile user. And I'm basing that off of if you're selling B2B software, like business software, someone on their desktop is likely at work. I mean, I have a desktop at home, but I would say the majority of Americans spend a lot more time on desktops at work, and at home they're on their mobile device or their tablet. That's just a general rule of thumb. So the intent might be higher when someone's on a desktop device because they're researching software solutions as part of a job. So the value of that desktop traffic might be more than the value of the mobile traffic. And here's an easy way to, if you have, let's say a paid search campaign going, or some sort of advertising, or just a website with data, right? If you segment your traffic by device type, you're going to notice wildly different conversion rates based on device type, right? Desktop might be 5%, mobile might be 4%, tablet might be 3%. Who knows? Those are made up numbers. But that right there tells you the value of your traffic. So whichever device, right, has a higher converting rate, that obviously has more value to you. I mean, it's simple stuff, but a lot of people don't think about it like this. You do not want to pay the same per click on a desktop that, let's say, has a 5% conversion rate as you would on a mobile device that has, let's say, a 2.5% conversion rate. That would be a hole in your advertising game, a small leak that is causing you to be inefficient. It just is. It just is. And you'd be surprised at the number of accounts that have a large amount of traffic that pumps through it that do not take this into consideration. The value of your traffic is different based on device. And it's, there's no general rule of thumb across the board. I've had clients where mobile converts far better. I've had clients where desktop converts far better. So it might be a little industry specific, but it is not a general rule across the board of desktops are better than mobile. So it's important to set device bid modifiers so you do not pay the same price for a click on one device that has more value as you would on a mobile device or a different device that has less value. And you determine value by conversion rate. That is the key thing to understand. You determine the value by the conversion rate. Okay? So let's say, you would say, Ryan, how do you set a mobile, let's just say a mobile bid modifier. Let's just focus on mobile. Good question. So let's say we have a target cost per sale of $100, just to make this math easy. And right now we have, let's say on desktop devices, a cost per sale of, let's just say $80, right? And on mobile devices, let's say it's $120. Okay, you're gonna wanna look at your cost per click by device and your conversion rate by device. If the cost per click is similar, which it likely will be without any sort of pre-existing bid modifiers. If the cost per click is similar, you're gonna wanna look at your conversion rate, right? So let's say your conversion rate is obviously lower in that scenario. And by the way, make sure you have a statistically significant sample size before you go make crazy bid modifiers. All right, don't do this based on 10 clicks. Don't do this based on 100 clicks. It's very situational dependent, and that's just a word of warning. You will massively screw things up if you do not have a statistically significant sample size. So anyways, let's just say that we have a cost per sale, $120 on mobile devices, $80 on desktop, and let's say that our conversion rates the cost per clicks are the same and the conversion rate is lower on mobile, obviously in this scenario. So I would look at not only my cost per click, but the conversion rate. So let's say we have $1 cost per click, and off the top of my head, what would that conversion rate be for 120? Like a 0.8% conversion rate, something like that, right? So if we have $1 cost per click and a 0.8% conversion rate, our cost per sale is going to be about $120. That's off the top of my head math. It may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's close. So we want to bring that cost per click down. Well, we need to play with our bid, right? Or our bid adjustment for this. Conversion rate is typically while it's ever changing, you make adjustments based on the thought process that it's static, that it doesn't change, right? And when I say it's ever changing, I mean like some days of the week convert slightly more than other days of the week. Some people from certain traffic sources or certain keywords convert higher than others, right? So there's there's a lot of different things going on to get that average conversion rate on mobile that we're talking about. And you can do something like cut out a couple non-performing keywords and your conversion rate will go back up, right? So but when you make a bid adjustment, you assume it's going to stay the same, that you cannot influence conversion rate and that you need to influence the price to get your target cost per sale. So then I would start looking at the different bid adjustments I can make and how that would affect our cost per click, right? So I would run the math on, okay, if we paid 30% less per click on mobile devices, does that get me to that $100 cost per sale, given that conversion rate, right? And it's a simple formula, and you'd be amazed at how many people don't think about it. It's a math problem. What it boils down to is a math problem at this level. So you would look at different prices per click, given that conversion rate, to get to your target cost per sale, right? So that's how you would set up a mobile bid modifier in that scenario. And now, where does one go to set up these mobile bid modifiers or device bid modifiers? Well, they're in quite a few different platforms at this point in time. If you look into any of your paid search platforms, they all have bid adjustments based on device. So I'm going to focus on paid search, and I'm going to focus specifically on Google AdWords, but I believe Bing Ads is very much the same when it comes to this. Yahoo Gemini is like the redheaded stepchild of paid search. So we'll focus on Bing Ads and Google AdWords. But you go into your campaign level, right? Or you can go into your ad group level, and that's a discussion for a whole nother video post. Where do you set these bid modifiers, on the campaign level or the ad group level? In general, the lower level is going to yield you the best results, but you need to make sure you have statistically significant sample sizes for that, right? So without going into that debate on what that looks like, let's talk about campaign level. So you go into your campaign, your settings, and then your device. There you will be able to make bid adjustments. There you will be able to segment the data based on the performance of mobile devices, desktop devices, tablet devices. Yeah, and that's what you need to know about device bid modifiers. All right, and got to do a quick plug for the agency. So Shea Digital is a digital marketing agency, and we focus on really two core services: traffic generation and conversion rate optimization. What does that mean? We help businesses drive traffic to their website, either paid or organic traffic, and then we help turn that traffic into customers. That's the conversion rate optimization piece of it, right? So we generate traffic, we help convert that traffic. All right. And Ryan, what has Shea Digital done? Glad you asked, Ryan. So Shea Digital, we took on an insurance agency that has never generated a lead in-house before and went from 0 leads a day to 2 months later, 3,000 leads a day. I'm not bullshitting you here. 3,000 leads a day. Oh, and by the way, these leads converted at the highest rate they've ever had leads convert at, right? They would buy leads from lead providers before. Now they're generating their own leads in-house, and it converted at a much higher rate. So they grew their business significantly in the last year by bringing on Shea Digital. All right. Another e-commerce company brought on Shea Digital, and in the course of a year, we grew a giant AdWords account, right? These people were spending 6 figures a month. We grew their AdWords account, the revenue, by 100% over the course of a year. How much are these results worth it for these businesses, right? Millions and millions of dollars in value created from our services. And if you want a free consultation for working together, give us a call at this number right here, or go to sheadigital.com and fill out one of the several contact forms. So, all right, this has been Ryan McDonald at Shea Digital for digital marketing tip number 19, how to use device bid modifiers. Thank you, love you, subscribe, like, share. Thanks for your time.